Now we discuss structural organization in animals. The common Indian earthworms are Peritima and Lumbricus are known as the common Indian earthworms. So Tigrina given. Tigrina is the species of frog. Hirdo is a leech, medicinal leech. Terrestris, it is not a species. So answer is Peritima and Lumbricus are the common Indian earthworms. Next question. The first segment of earthworm body which contain mouth is called peristomium. Peri means around, stoma means mouth. First segment. It is the mouth. First segment is present around the mouth. That's why first segment is known as peristomium. Lip-like structure present anterior to mouth is known as prostomium. What about coelom? You all know body cavity lined by mesodermal layers is known as coelom. First time coelom evolved in Annelida. Protractor and retractor muscles are present in the sagittal sac. A pair of protractor muscles and one retractor muscle present in the sagittal sac help in locomotion in Annelida. So answer is peristomium. So next question. Which of the following intersegmental grooves contain 4 pairs of spermathecal apertures on the ventrolateral sides of earthworm? So that is 5th to 9th. So with the help of diagram it is better to discuss. So these are the opening present on the ventral surface. Mouth is half lunar or crescent shape, present between prostomium and peristomium, truly in the first segment. Second segment without opening, segment of earthworm without opening, second segment. From third segment onwards, every segment contains 200 to 250 nephridial pores. They are the openings of nephridia. So next one, spermathecal openings. Spermathecal openings are present in the grooves. What are grooves? Every two segments are externally separated by a membrane known as groove. So spermathecal openings are present 5 by 6, 6 by 7, 7 by 8, 9 by 8 by 9 at the rate of one pair. So in this manner openings are present in the grooves and spermathecae are present from 6 to 9. So like this. Here spermathecae. So spermathecal openings. Midventral surface of 14th segment contain female genital aperture. Midventral surface of 18th segment, ventrolaterals, ventral and sides. Ventrolaterals contain male genital aperture. Ventrolaterals of 17th and ventrolaterals of 19th contain genital papillae. How you can identify the ventral surface of earthworm? With the help of these openings. In 18th segment, a pair of male genital aperture. 17th and 19th, elevated sucker-like openings, genital papillae. With the help of these three pairs of apertures, we can identify the ventral surface. How can you identify the dorsal surface? If you observe the earthworm, a dark line appears. So that dark line is dorsal blood vessel, and dorsal blood vessel is present on the dorsal surface. If you observe the earthworm, if dark line appear, that is the dorsal surface, and opposite is ventral. On the ventral surface, just behind the clitellum, you already know 14th, 15th, 16th segments. These are three segments covered by the secretion of glands of these three segments form a thick layer. So externally 14, 15, 16 appear as a single segment. So that is known as clitellum. In peritoneum, clitellum present from 14 to 16. Highest number of openings in 14th segment. Earthworm has highest number of openings, 14th. Why? In each segment 200 to 250 nephridial pores present from third segment onwards, but in clitellum 2000 to 2500 nephridial pores are present. In 14, 2000 to 2500, 15th also same, 16th also same. In addition to 2000 to 2500 nephridial pores, 14th segment contain female genital aperture. That's why 14th segment contain highest number of openings. On the ventral surface of last segment, anus is present. Due to presence of anus, last segment is known as pygidium. New segments are formed from the anterior part of anal segment. So if new segments are formed from the posterior part of the body, true metamerism. If new segments are formed from the anterior part of the body, pseudo metamerism. Example, tapeworms. In tapeworms, new segments are formed from the scolex. Scolex is a body part present at the anterior end. If new segments are formed from the anterior part of the body, known as pseudo metamerism. So in this manner, with the help of diagram, on the dorsal surface, dorsal pores are present. Dorsal pores are present from 12 by 13th groove onwards. Each groove contains one dorsal pore. The coelomic fluid oozes or comes out through dorsal pores and keep the skin always moist. So nephridial pores not only present on the ventral surface, the nephridial pores present all over the segment, dorsal, ventral, sides also. So nephridial pores present, dorsal, ventral surface, and dorsal pores only dorsal surface. Mouth, some nephridial pores, mouth, spermathecal openings, female genital aperture, male genital aperture, genital papillae present only on the ventral surface. Next question. Numerous minute pores open on the surface of the body of earthworm are called nephridial pores. We already discussed every segment contains 200 to 250, but in clitellar region, every segment contains 2000 to 2500. That's why integumentary nephridia present in clitellar region known as forestal nephridia. In a forest, numerous trees. In the same manner, each clitellar segment contains numerous integumentary nephridia. That's why integumentary nephridia also known as forestal nephridia. So next question. The function of diplosole in earthworm is increasing the absorptive area. Diplosole is a mid-dorsal fold present on the dorsal surface. If it become unfold, what happen? Area of absorption increases. Diplosole is present from 26th segment to last, except last 23 to 25 segments. Answer is increase absorptive area. In female cockroach, anterior part of the genital pouch contain gonophore, spermathecal pore, collateral gland, all. It is the genital pouch or brood pouch. Anterior part is gynaetrium, posterior part is known as oothecal chamber. Here, female genital aperture. Through female genital aperture, ova enter. Here, openings of collateral gland, opening of spermatheca. So that's why all are present in the anterior part only. So answer is all of these. In both the sexes of cockroach, the 10th segment bear a pair of jointed filament structures known as anal cerci, and each anal cirrus contain 15 joints, and they receive the sound vibrations. Anal cerci receive the sound vibration. What are gonophyses? Hook-like structures present around the genital aperture. They help in copulation. In male, 3 gonophyses are present. They involved in copulation. Copulatory organ in penis. That's why in male, gonophyses also known as palomeres. In male, 3 palomeres or 3 gonophyses. In female, 6 gonophyses are present. Anal styles unjointed. For example, it is the 10th tergum. Anal styles are unjointed. They arise from the 9th sternum, ventral plate. So behind the 10th segment only, we visualize the anal styles. Anal styles present only in male cockroach. Sexual dimorphic character. Anal styles present in male, absent in female. In female, 6 gonophyses. Male, 3 gonophyses. What are gonophyses? Hook-like structures help in copulation. So spermathecal pore. Actually, only one spermathecal pore. 2 spermathecae are present. These 2 spermathecae open on the brood pouch through a single or common aperture. The number of spiracles present in cockroach are 10 pairs. 10 pairs of spiracle present in cockroach. 2 pairs of spiracle, 1 pair in mesothorax, another pair metathorax. In cockroach, prothorax, first thoracic segment without spiracles. In the abdomen, first 8 abdominal segments contain spiracles. During inspiration, thoracic spiracles are functional. During expiration, abdominal spiracles are functional. Next question. In cockroach, the heart is muscular and tube-like, 3-chambered valve, tubular and 13-chambered. In each thoracic segment, 1 chamber. In abdominal also 1. Thorax is in the form of 3 segments, abdomen is in the form of 3 segments. So muscular, tube-like and 13 chambered, not 3 chambered. So first one is the answer. In addition to the Malpighian tubules, excretion of the waste products in cockroach occur by fat bodies, urate cells present in fat bodies, nephrocytes in the body, cuticle, uricose glands are present only in male cockroach, uricose gland, also known as utricular major. So all of these, uricose glands only in male, they are present only in male cockroach. So here answer all of these. Fat bodies contain urate cells, nephrocytes, uricose gland, all responsible for excretion. So answer is all of these. Ommatidium of the cockroach is visual unit to visualize the thing. How many ommatidia? Each compound eye contain 2000 ommatidia. The compound eyes of cockroach consist of about 2000 hexagonal ommatidia, not 20, 200, 20,000. Each compound eye contain 2000. Two compound eyes, so cockroach has 4000 ommatidia. The female reproductive system of the cockroach consists of two large ovaries, and they are present from second to sixth segment, abdominal segment. They are extend from second to sixth abdominal segment. A pair of spermathecae is present in the sixth segment of cockroach, which open into genital chamber, brood pouch, anterior part, gynaetrium or genital chamber, posterior oothecal chamber. Next question. The nymph of cockroach grows by molting about 13 times. So why the larval form of cockroach is known as nymph? If the larval form shows several similarities with the adult, such larva is known as a nymph. Only few difference. Adult cockroach brown in color, nymph is white in color. Nymph is wingless. Adult cockroach is possess wings, two pairs of wings. Reproductive organs are developed, well developed reproductive organs in adult cockroach, developing reproductive organ in nymph. In the other characters, the nymph possesses same characters like adult, exactly same except these three. So in any animal, if the larval stage shows several similarities with adult, such larval form is known as nymph. And another difference, size. Nymph is small, cockroach is large in size. So after 13 moltings, what is the use of molting? So body is covered by chitinous exocuticle. It restricts the growth. To increase the size, undergo molting. After one molting, the body size increases. Again cuticle is formed. Again cuticle restricts the growth. That's why again it cast off or shed off its cuticle. So that is known as molting. Shed off outer layer of the body, molting. In case of snake, entire skin is cast off at regular interval. You already know in Aschis helminthes, the larval form undergo 4 moltings. After 4 moltings only, larva develop into adult. In case of Ascaris lumbricoides or in case of Wuchereria, in all members of Aschis helminthes, the larval form undergo 4 moltings. After 4 moltings only, the larva metamorphoses into adult. So here 13. How many fertilized eggs are stored in cockroach ootheca? 14 to 16. In ootheca, eggs are stored in 2 rows. Each row may contain 7 to 8. If each row contains 7, at the time 14. If each row contains 8, at the time 16. So number of eggs 14 to 16. Choose the incorrect pair from the matches given below. Antennae, sensory receptor, metathoracic wings responsible for flight. You all know cockroach has, all insects have 2 pairs of wings. In cockroach, the first pair of wings protect the second pair of wings. That's why they are known as tegmina, wing cover. Only the second pair of wings responsible for flight. That's why metathoracic wings function is flight. Malphizian tubule, excretory. Choose the incorrect pair from the following. So metathoracic wings, flight, correct only. Malphizian tubules, excretory role, correct. Antennae, sensory receptor. So here is incorrect. Crop grinding food, wrong. Gizzard grind the food material. Crop store the food material only. So incorrect one, crop grinding the food. Heart of the cockroach is 13 chambered. We already discussed. So, and posterior part of chamber is broad, anterior part is narrow. Anterior part of chamber of heart opens into posterior part of the chamber present in the preceding segment, and posterior part of each chamber of heart contain a pair of openings known as ostia, but ostia absent in last chamber. So each thoracic segment contain 1 chamber, each abdominal segment contain 1 chamber. Thorax contain 3 segments, abdomen is in the form of 10 segments. So 13 chambered heart present in cockroach. Blood of a cockroach contain plasma and leukocytes. RBC are absent. Red blood corpuscles absent in all invertebrates. That's why blood of invertebrates is known as hemolymph. Blood of invertebrates is known as hemolymph. Neither blood nor lymph. Why neither blood nor lymph? Like blood, blood of invertebrates contain all plasma protein. Like lymph, RBC absent. Neither blood nor lymph. That's why blood of invertebrates is known as hemolymph. RBC absent in the blood of invertebrates. If hemoglobin is present, hemoglobin dissolved in the plasma only. In chordates, if hemoglobin is present, it present in RBC only. Next question. With reference to cockroach, match the following. Column 1, column 2. Anal cerci, 10th segment, A2. A2. Next one is B. Tegmina, 4 wings. B3. Testes, 4 to 6 segment. In cockroach, testes are present from 4 to 6 segment. Ovaries are present from 2 to 6 segment. Mushroom gland is present in 6th segment. You should remember. Spermatheca also present in 6th segment. Next one is Vomitidia, visual unit. Exoskeleton. Exoskeleton is sclerite. Exoskeleton is in the form of sclerite. So that's why first option. Next question. For capturing the prey, frog uses its lips, teeth, tongue. Frog uses its tongue. Unique character of tongue. Anterior part is attaches to buccal cavity, posterior part is free. Whenever it observes the prey, it opens its mouth cavity, shoots its tongue. So the prey attaches to sticky substance present on the tongue. Later it withdraws its tongue and it closes its mouth. Now the teeth present in upper jaw also prevent the escape of living prey. So you already know in frog teeth are present only in upper jaw. Teeth present in one jaw not help in mastication. So they prevent the escape of living prey. So answer is tongue, and unique character of tongue is anterior part attached and posterior part is free. Next question. In a frog body, which of the following is the largest gland? In all animals, liver is the largest gland. Liver is the largest gland. What is pancreas? Pancreas is a mixocrine gland or heterocrine gland. Mixocrine means both partly exocrine, partly endocrine. In frog, the main function of the bile juice is emulsification of fat. In frog, the main function of the bile juice is emulsification of fat. During estivation and hibernation of frog, gases exchange takes place through skin. What is estivation? Summer sleep. Hibernation, winter sleep. At the time they stop feeding, they bury deep in the mud, perform cutaneous respiration, depends upon the reserve food material only. So only skin acts as a respiratory organ during estivation and hibernation. The respiration by lungs in frog is called pulmonary respiration. Pulmonary respiration in frog 64%, cutaneous respiration 35%, and 1% buccopharyngeal respiration. Even though 64, lungs are not the efficient respiratory organ. If the frog remain in the water, so at the time skin is the respiratory organ. That's why in our textbook also given skin is the principal respiratory organ. So that 35% respiration is enough. So the amphibian directly depends upon cutaneous respiration. So that's why skin is the principal respiratory organ. So respiration by lung is known as pulmonary respiration. Three-chambered heart of the frog contain two atria and one ventricle. Right atrium bigger than left atrium. Triradiating chamber present on the dorsal surface is known as sinus venosus. The additional chamber present on the heart, that is known as sinus venosus. How it is formed? Two precaval veins and one postcaval vein, they unite. As a result, sinus venosus is formed. Sinus venosus collect blood from all parts of the body except lungs and pour the blood into right atrium. The additional chamber present on the ventral surface is known as conus arteriosus. Conus arteriosus. Additional chamber present on the dorsal surface, sinus venosus. Additional chamber present on the ventral surface. Additional chamber present on the dorsal surface, sinus venosus. Additional chamber present on the ventral surface, conus arteriosus. So here another possible question. Number of chambers help in circulation in frog is 5 chambers. Not mentioned chambers present in the heart. Number of chambers in frog, number of chamber help in circulation is 5 chambers. 3 chambers in the heart, 2 atria and 1 ventricle. Sinus venosus pour the blood into right atrium. When the atria contract, blood enter into ventricle. When the ventricle contract, blood enter into conus arteriosus. Conus arteriosus divides into two aortic trunks, two branches. Each branch divides into three arches: carotid, systemic, pulmocutaneous. Pulmocutaneous, carotid, systemic, pulmocutaneous. Similarly, another branch also divided into three branches. So, a pair of carotid, a pair of systemic, a pair of pulmocutaneous arches. Here, possible question: number of arches present in amphibian? 6 arches. So, 3-chambered heart of frog contain 2 atria and 1 ventricle. Additional chamber present on the heart, sinus venosus. Additional chamber present on the ventral surface, conus arteriosus. Next one. The number of brains of cranial nerves arising from the brain of frog in Pisces, amphibia, snakes. 10 pairs of nerves arising from the brain. So, 10 pairs of cranial nerves. In reptiles except snakes, all aves, all mammals, 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So, in reptiles except snakes, aves and mammals, 12 pairs of cranial nerves are present. In fishes, amphibia and snakes, 10 pairs of cranial nerves. So, the number of pairs of cranial nerves arising from the brain of frog is 10 pairs. In male frog, cloaca is a small median chamber that is used to pass all cloaca. Rectum opens into cloaca. Cloaca is a chamber. Cloaca through anus. Urinary bladder open into anus. Genital ducts open into anus. In male known as urinogenital ducts, both urine and genital material. In female, ureters. So, cloaca contain fecal matter. It receives fecal matter from rectum, urine, genital material. So, all these material goes out through cloacal aperture. So, common opening for sperm, urine, fecal matter, all of these. So, mentioned in our textbook also. So, cloaca is the common passage for fecal matter, urine and genital material. In water, the skin of frog performs the function of diffusion. So, frog never drink water. The skin absorbs the water by diffusion. The protective coloration by which frogs keep changing color to hide from enemies is called All the above. Mimicry. So here the frog imitate like surrounding background. Mimicry. Camouflage. Also same. If the organism change its color depending upon the background to escape from the predator, camouflage. Melanism, pigmentation. So answer is all the above. The skin of frog is smooth and slippery due to the presence of mucus in skin. So mucus glands present on the surface release mucus. The mucus keep the skin moist. Thin scaleless moist skin of frog is an adaptation for cutaneous respiration. Cutaneous respiration. We already discussed in amphibia, in the members of apoda only skin has scales. Example, ichthyophis. Next question. Nictatic membrane protect the eye when in water. So 1D. Tympanic membrane receive sound signals. That a thick patch, you already know, ear pinna absent. Ear pinna absent, auditory, external auditory meatus absent. You already know in mammal, ear pinna, external auditory meatus, tympanum are the parts of external ear. In frog, the external ear represented by tympanum only. So pinna absent, external auditory meatus also absent. Next one, hind limbs, large muscular with 5 digits, forelimb 4 digits. So total number of digits, digit is the common word for both finger and toe. Number of digits in frog 18. Each forelimb contain 4, 4 plus 4 8. Each hind limb contain 5 toes, 5 plus 5 10. 10 toes and 8 fingers, total 18 digits. Digit is the common word for both fingers and toes. So first option. The alimentary canal of frog is short because it is a carnivore. Why in carnivores alimentary canal is short? Digestive ability is more. So they digest most of the ingested food, most of the consumed food. That's why no need to absorb each and every food particle. In case of herbivore, absorption power is more when compared to carnivore. Why? Herbivore feed on plant material. The digestive enzyme lacks cellulase enzyme. So most of the ingested food, consumed food not digested. That's why their alimentary canal is long to absorb each and every digested food particle, particularly small intestine. That's why herbivores have long alimentary canal while carnivores have short alimentary canal. In carnivore, digestion ability is more when compared to herbivore. In herbivores, absorption ability is more when compared to carnivore. What is absorption? Transport of digested food from alimentary canal into blood is known as absorption. Next question. The irregular elongated gland in between stomach and duodenum is, so that is a mixed gland. So mixed, why it is known as mixed gland? Partly endocrine, partly exocrine. Mixed gland. Next question. Sequence of passages of undigested waste from large intestine to exterior is, so that sequence is rectum, anus, cloacal sac, cloacal aperture, exterior. The ventricle of frog opens into conus arteriosus. Open into conus arteriosus. Ventricle of frog. So from conus arteriosus to exterior. How deoxygenated blood get collected in right atrium? You all know different parts of the body. Later major veins, sinus venosus and rectum. So different parts of the body. A major veins, D sinus venosus, C right atrium. So correct only. So regarding earthworm, integumental nephridia, pharyngeal, septal. Integumental nephridia present from third segment to last segment. Pharyngeal nephridia present only 4th, 5th and 6th segment in earthworm. Septal nephridia present from 15 by 16th septum onwards. So integumental nephridia present from third segment to last segment. Pharyngeal nephridia present only 3 segment, 4, 5, 6. Septal nephridia from 15 by 16th to last segment. The part of the brain of frog that control the voluntary action is cerebral hemispheres. Part of the brain of frog that control the voluntary action is cerebral hemispheres. So regarding brain, 2 optic lobes present in amphibia, reptilia, aves. This condition is known as corpora bigemina. In case of mammals, 2 optic lobes divided horizontally into 4. This condition is known as corpora quadrigemina. Corpora quadrigemina. 4 optic lobes, corpora quadrigemina. Now we discuss remaining questions of structural organization. The mass of eggs and sperm released by female and male during amplexus are called respectively. The mass of eggs known as sperm and mass of sperm known as milt. Pseudocopulation occur in frogs. Pseudocopulation. No copulatory organ. With the help of a croaking sound, you already know. Secondary sexual character in frog, vocal sacs and nuptial pad seen only in male frog. Vocal sacs amplify the sound, croaking sound. Both male and female frog produce croaking sound. The vocal sacs amplify, increase the croaking sound, so the female attract. Now the male sit on the back of female. Due to weight of male, the female discharge the mass of ova known as sperm. Later, the male discharge the mass of sperm milt in the water. Fertilization take place in the water. So sperm and milt. Next question. Choose the future present in only male frog. Copulatory pad on first digit of forelimb. So that not only, that is one of the secondary sexual character. Vocal sacs. So answer is 1 and 2. Copulatory organ absent in male frog. That's why it is known as pseudocopulation. Next question. Order of frog is Anura. Amphibia is the class of frog. Vertebrata is the subphylum of frog. Chordata is the phylum of frog. So answer is Anura. A means no, Vara means tail. Tailless amphibians included in order Anura. Next question. Which of the following lines line the urinary bladder? Transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium form the lining of urinary bladder and ureter. In unstretched condition, cells are arranged in 3 to 5 layers. In stretched condition, cells are arranged in 2 or 3 layers. So, when the urinary bladder is loaded with urine, the transitional epithelium becomes stretched. So, cells present in some layers overlap on other layers and provide some more place for storage of urine. So, transitional epithelium present in urinary bladder and ureters. Next question is brush border is characteristic of. So, that is the absorptive cells. Brush border means folds. They increase the surface area of absorption. Mammary glands are apocrine gland. Depending upon the release of secretion, glands are holocrine, merocrine, apocrine. What is merocrine? Same cell, different stages. Not 4 cells, only same. This cell at the time not start the production of secretion. These are the secretion. The secretion reach the terminal part. Finally, the secretion comes out of the cell. What is merocrine? If the cell release the secretion without losing cellular component, known as merocrine gland. Example, pancreas. What is apocrine gland? In first diagram, the cell is not release any secretion. Second diagram, the cell is start releasing secretion. Third diagram, the secretion reach the apical part, terminal part. So now the terminal part contains secretion pinched off, separated. What is apocrine? If the cell lost the part contains secretion, known as apocrine gland. Example, mammary gland. What is holocrine gland? Same cell, not start releasing secretion, just it release secretion. Secretions are present in the cell. So what is holocrine gland? If the tissue lost the cell contains secretion, known as holocrine gland. Example, sebaceous gland. So if the tissue lost the cell contains cell secretion, holocrine. So due to presence of secretion, if the cell lost the apical part, known as apocrine, if the cell release the secretion without losing any cellular component, known as merocrine. Merocrine example, pancreas. Apocrine example, mammary gland. Holocrine example, sebaceous glands. Sebaceous gland. So next question is, which one of these is non-motile? Stereocilia, no movement. We already discussed while discussing internal ear, organ of Corti. Above the organ of Corti, stereocilia. Above the stereocilia, tectorial membrane. So they resemble like cilia, but no movement. In the epididymis also stereocilia are present. So non-motile structure, stereocilia. The remaining are moving, exhibit movement. Columnar epithelium is present in stomach and intestine. Non-ciliated columnar epithelium present in stomach and intestine. Bowman capsule, loop of Henle and alveoli of lungs share one common character. All are ciliated. Wrong. Lined by pavement epithelium. What is pavement epithelium? Simple squamous epithelium known as pavement epithelium. The cells are flattened like flat stones in the pavement. That's why simple squamous epithelium, also known as pavement epithelium. So answer is lined by pavement epithelium. All are secretory. Wrong. All are cuboidal. Wrong. All are squamous flattened cells. So answer is lined by pavement epithelium. So simple squamous epithelium, also known as pavement epithelium. Pseudostratified epithelium can be traced in pseudostratified epithelium in trachea. Trachea, pseudostratified epithelium. What is pseudostratified? Cells are arranged in a single layer, but the cells appear to be arranged in two layers. Reason is large cell and small cell arranged alternately. We think large cells one layer, small cell another layer. One reason for its appearance is a large cell, small cell arranged alternately. Position of nuclei not same. In large cells, nucleus present in one position. In small cell, nucleus present in another position. So the cells arranged in a single layer, but the cells appear to be arranged in more than one layer. That's why it is known as pseudostratified epithelium. What is stratified epithelium? If the cells are arranged in more than one layer, strata means layers. So pseudostratified ciliated epithelium, if the free surface contains cilia, ciliated pseudostratified epithelium in trachea. Non-ciliated pseudostratified epithelium in epididymis. Next question. Basement membrane consists of basal lamina, ground substance, reticular fiber. So it is the basement membrane, contain basal lamina and reticular fibers. Basal lamina. Below the basal lamina, reticular fibers. Reticular fibers or reticular lamina. Reticular lamina nothing but reticular connective tissue. Reticular lamina. Basal lamina, reticular lamina together known as basement membrane. Basal lamina secreted by the cells. The cells of the epithelium secrete the basal lamina. Reticular lamina nothing but reticular connective tissue. You already know epithelium is avascular, no blood vessel. So epithelial tissue obtained nutrients from the reticular connective tissue. So that is reticular lamina. Basal lamina, reticular lamina together form the basement membrane. So all of these correct. Next question. Strongest cartilage of the body is fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage is the strongest cartilage. Fibrous cartilage contain only collagen fiber bundles. Numerous collagen fiber bundles. Numerous collagen fiber bundles. Matrix, lacunae are less. Perichondrium is absent. It is the strongest cartilage. Hyaline cartilage. The fibrous layer present around the cartilage, perichondrium. below the perichondrium matrix, that is chondrin. Chondrin contain empty places, lacuna. Each lacuna contain 2 to 4 chondrocytes. Chondrocyte. Thin collagen fiber bundles are present, but in the diagram given in the textbook, no fibers given. Reason is the refractive index of collagen fiber bundles and matrix is same. If you observe under compound microscope, collagen fibers are not visible, and the fibrous layer present around the cartilage is known as perichondrium. Peri means around. It is present around the chondrium. What is chondrium? Matrix of the cartilage, chondrium. So due to presence of thin collagen fiber bundles, hyaline cartilage is the weakest cartilage. Elastic cartilage. What is the unique character of elastic cartilage? Character same. Around the elastic cartilage also perichondrium is present. In the matrix, collagen fiber bundles. In addition to collagen fiber bundles, elastin fibers also present. The cartilage with elastin fibers, that is elastic cartilage. In all the three types of cartilage, collagen fiber bundles are present, but elastic fibers are present only in elastic cartilage. Elastic cartilage is present in 3 E's, begin with E: ear pinna, Eustachian tube, epiglottis. The cartilage close the glottis. Whenever we consume the food material, epiglottis closes the glottis and prevent the entry of food into respiratory route. 3 E's, that is elastic cartilage. So strongest cartilage of the body is fibrous cartilage. Fibrous cartilage without perichondrium. Why perichondrium is absent? So the fibrous cartilage present in the intervertebral disc or pubic symphysis means fibrous cartilage directly contact with bone. Bone is highly vascular, so the fibrous cartilage receive nutrients from the bone. That's why perichondrium is absent in fibrous cartilage. So next question. Bone forming cells among these is, so osteoblast, bone forming cells, osteoblast, bone forming cells, chondroblast, cartilage forming cells, inactive chondroblast known as chondrocytes. What about osteoclast? Monocytes present in bone. Monocytes present in bone known as osteoclast. Monocytes present in connective tissue. Monocytes present in connective tissue. Macrophages. Monocytes present in liver. Kupffer cells. Monocytes present in brain. Microglial cells. Monocytes present in synovial joint. Synovial joint, synovial cells. Synovial cells. Monocytes enter into various organs. They engulf the phagocyte. They engulf the microorganism, pathogen. That's why they are phagocytic in nature. Phago, feed, cytic cell. They engulf the cell, cell eating. Monocytes present in the bone, osteoclast. Monocytes present in the connective tissue, macrophages. Monocytes present in the liver, Kupffer cells. Monocytes present in brain, microglial cells. Monocytes present in synovial joint, synovial cells. What is the function of osteoclast cell? If osteoclast cells are active, they remove the calcium from bone. What does it mean? They remove the calcium from bone. Now the calcium enter into the blood. So blood calcium level elevated. Blood calcium level increases due to activation of osteoclast. So that is the destruction of bone, resorption of bone. The cells responsible for resorption, destruction, osteoclast. In case of female, after menopause, estrogen hormone is level. At the time, osteoclasts are activate. That's why they suffer from osteoporosis, decrease of bone weight, bone mass. So the bones easily break. So chances of fractures common after menopause. So due to activation of osteoclast. Next question is, the most abundant tissue of the adenoid tonsil, reticular connective tissue. Reticular connective tissue support the lymphatic organ. Tonsil is a lymphatic organ. Primary lymphoid organ, you all know, red bone marrow, thymus. Secondary lymphoid organ, lymph nodes, spleen, tonsils. So abdominal tonsil, so that is the cecum is the abdominal tonsil. So adenoid tonsils, reticular connective tissue. Next question is, intercellular matrix will be more in. So the matrix present between the cells, that is connective tissue. In connective tissue also, particularly loose connective tissue, matrix is, so matrix is more fibers less. Here areolar connective tissue. It is also known as packing material. It connects various tissues and various organs. The function of connective tissue performed by areolar connective tissue only. So the connective tissue abundant in our body, areolar connective tissue. Matrix is more in areolar connective tissue. Actually matrix is more in connective tissue. The remaining, these two also connective. Muscular tissue, matrix is absent. Matrix is less in epithelial tissue. In epithelial tissue, matrix is less. In connective tissue, matrix is more. How can you remember? For example, blood. Blood contains 55% plasma, 45% blood cells. Plasma is the matrix, 55% matrix, 45% cells. So in this manner, connective tissue has abundant amount of matrix. In connective tissue also, areolar tissue contain more matrix. Another point, cartilage and epithelial tissue, avascular, blood vessels absent. Blood vessels absent in all types of epithelia and cartilage. So answer is first one. So 16th. The tube which join pharynx with the middle ear possess. That tube is Eustachian tube. Eustachian tube contain elastic cartilage. We already discussed 3 E's. Eustachian tube, epiglottis, ear pinna. All these 3 contain elastic cartilage. Basement membrane of the epithelium is secreted by epithelial cells only, wrong. Epithelial cells secrete basal lamina. Underlying connective tissue only, wrong. So that's why third one. Partly by epithelium, that is basal lamina. Partly by underlying connective tissue, that is reticular connective tissue in the form of reticular lamina. So answer is 3. Desmosomes contain 5 filament structures called tonofilaments. Tonofilaments responsible for movement and give support to the cells, tonofilaments. The epithelium lining brain cavities is called ependyma. Ciliated columnar cells form the lining of cavities of brain. First cavity, second, known as paracells, present in cerebral hemisphere. Third cavity, present in diencephalon. Fourth cavity, present in medulla oblongata. And cavity of spinal cord, known as central canal. They are lined by ciliated columnar cells, known as ependyma cells. What is the ependyma cells? So, due to movement of cilia, help in the movement of cerebrospinal fluid. On the basis of vascularity, so the word vascular related to blood vessels and nutrition supply, which is correct for cartilage. Perichondrium is vascular, correct. It is present around the cartilage. So perichondrium only supply nutrient to cartilage. Gets nutrition and other material by diffusion from matrix. Gets nutrition and other material by diffusion from matrix, correct. It is insensitive on the basis of vascularity and nutrition supply, which is correct for cartilage. Perichondrium is vascular, correct. Gets nutrition and other material by diffusion from the matrix. It is insensitive. So it is not related, it is not perform any function, receive the information from external environment. So that's why that is all are correct. Next question. The ventral end of the rib to sternum is connected together by articular cartilage. What is articular cartilage? Hyaline cartilage present at the ventral surface of ventral surface of rib. Actually that is hyaline cartilage. What is articular cartilage? End of the long bone. The cartilage attaches to end of the long bone, known as articular cartilage. Hyaline cartilage, the ventral end of the rib to sternum is connected together by hyaline cartilage. The hyaline cartilage present end of the rib is known as costal cartilage. Costal cartilage. So answer is hyaline cartilage. What about articular cartilage? The hyaline cartilage present at the end of long bone, known as articular cartilage. Next question. Bone should be regarded as metabolically dynamic structure, correct? Homostatic reservoir of ions. So ions are present mainly calcium, phosphate, carbonate. Exchange center for calcium between bone and blood. We already discussed. If osteoclasts are active, what happen? The osteoclasts remove calcium from the bone, enter into blood. From bone also calcium enter into from blood calcium enter into bone in presence of a hormone thyrocalcitonin. In this manner, exchange center for calcium between bone and blood. So all are correct. Next question. Formation of cartilaginous bones involve deposition of bony material by osteoblast and resorption by osteoblast. Resorption wrong. Deposition of bony material by osteoclast wrong. Deposition of bony material by osteoclast. Deposition of bony matter by osteoblast. So osteoblast deposit the bony material in the cartilage. As a result, cartilage converted into bone. Such bones are known as cartilaginous bones or replacing bones or endochondral bone. Why endochondral means bone is formed within the cartilage. endochondral bone. How cartilaginous bones are formed? The osteoblast deposited the bone in bone matrix in the cartilage. As a result, cartilage converted into bone. So fourth one is correct. Which of the following statement is or false about columnar epithelium? Columnar means cells are longer than width like columns or pillars. It is made up of tall and slender cells collect. Free surface may have microvilli. So that is also correct. Next one, they are found in stomach and intestine and help in secretion and absorption. So columnar epithelium, so correct. Which of the following statement are false mentioned? False. Ciliated epithelium is mainly present in hollow structures like branchiole, fallopian tubule. Bronchi and fallopian. Ciliated epithelium is mainly present in hollow structures like branchioles and fallopian tubes. They have apical nuclei. So it is the fifth one. So it is wrong. Only fifth wrong. It is a columnar cell. Columnar cell contain oval shaped nucleus at the base. Apical means a terminal part. So fifth statement is wrong. So it is the fifth statement. Fifth statement is wrong. Next question. Simple cuboidal epithelium lines all the following structures except ovary, pancreatic duct, fallopian tube, thyroid follicle. Thyroid follicle contain cuboidal. Glands contain cube-like cells. That's why thyroid follicle. The cell junctions called tight, adhering and gap junctions are found in. So more than one option. Epithelial tissue correct. Muscular tissue correct. Muscular tissue also correct. So two options correct. So now we discuss what are tight, adhering and gap junction. It is one cell, plasma membrane, double walled. It is one cell, it is another cell. So here special type of protein. What is tight junction? Special type of protein. Special type of protein. It adhere to plasma membrane of one cell and plasma membrane of another cell. So one cell failed to directly contact with adjacent cell. What is the use of tight junction? Tight junction prevent the entry of ions, molecules, water from one cell to another cell. Next one is adhering junction. It is the plasma membrane of one cell. It is the plasma membrane of another cell. So between the cells, adhering junction is present. Numerous cells. So adhering junction, also known as desmosome. It connects one cell to adjacent cell. So anchoring in function, attachment. What about gap junction? It is the plasma membrane of one cell, plasma membrane of another cell. It is the gap junction. Gap junction allow the movement of water from one cell to adjacent cell. That's why gap junction also known as cytoplasmic channel. So gap junctions allow the movement. Opposite is tight junction. Tight junction prevent the entry of ions, molecule, water from one cell to another cell. And desmosomes are adhering junction, attach one cell to adjacent cell. So like a pages in a book. In book several pages are present. One page attaches to another page. Adhering junctions. Next question is, lining of intestine of man is intestine, keratinized, non-keratinized, brush border. So brush border contain microvilli, increase the surface area. Hyaline cartilage Eustachian tube, A4. Fibrous cartilage, pubic symphysis. Elastic cartilage, calcified cartilage, pectoral girdle, calcified cartilage. Fibrous cartilage, pubic symphysis, B3. Fibrous cartilage, pubic symphysis. Elastic cartilage, so that is a long bone. Calcified cartilage, pectoral girdle. So here elastic cartilage is C. So it is not long bones. Elastic cartilage present in, you all know, 3 E's: Eustachian tube, epiglottis, or ear pinna. Next question. The function of the gap junction is to, we already discussed, stop substances from leaking across a tissue. That is the correct. Performing cement to keep neighboring cells, that is adhering junction. Facilitate communication, that is gap junctions. So answer is first one. The tissue which form from any of the 3 primary germ layers: epithelial tissue, some epithelial tissue from ectoderm, some mesoderm, some endoderm. Nervous tissue only ectoderm, muscular tissue only mesoderm, connective tissue also mesoderm. Central spherical nucleus is the characteristic feature of cuboidal epithelium. Cells are cube-like. What is cube? 3 dimensions of the cell, same length, width and height. So they are cube-like. Cuboidal epithelium contains spherical shaped nucleus. Columnar and squamous epithelium contain oval shaped nucleus. Pseudostratified also cells are columnar, so oval shaped nucleus. Ependyma is a epithelium which line the ventricles of brain, correct. Epithelium which cover the neuron, wrong. Epithelium which line body cavity. Epithelium which present around the bone, only first option. Read the following statement. It is modified stratified epithelium, correct. Number of cells remain same. Cells remain same, but in unstretched condition more number of layers. In stretched condition less number of layers. Thickness is more in unstretched condition, correct. Shape of cells remain same in both unstretched and stretched, wrong. So fourth not applicable. All except 4 are true. So reason is outer layer in unstretched condition, superficial layer contains circular cells. In stretched condition, superficial layer contain flattened cells. So that's why fourth statement wrong. The following are the statements about elastic cartilage. Find the false. Elastic and collagen fiber are present in the matrix, correct. It exhibits ability to regain the original shape due to presence of elastic fibers. It lacks perichondrium, wrong. So identify the false statement. So false statement is the third one. Perichondrium is present around the cartilage in case of hyaline cartilage and elastic cartilage. Perichondrium is absent in fibrous cartilage. What is perichondrium? A fibrous layer present around the cartilage, perichondrium. Nutrients from perichondrium only diffuses into cartilage. Cells involved in the resorption and remodeling of bone tissue are osteoclast. Resorption, destruction, remodeling the bone, osteoclast. Patella, good example for sesamoid bone. What is sesamoid bone? If bone forming cells, osteoblast, enter into tendon and convert the tendon into bone, such bones are known as sesamoid bone. If tendon modified into bone, sesamoid bone. Patella, kneecap, example for sesamoid bone. Bones which are formed by membranous ossification of connective tissue known as investing bones. Investing bones, membranous bones or dermal bones. Endochondral bone, cartilaginous bone, replacing bone, one and the same. If bone cells enter into cartilage, convert the cartilage into bone, known as cartilaginous bones, replacing bones or endochondral bone. If bone forming cells, osteoblasts, enter into dermis and convert the dermis into bone, known as investing bones, membranous bones or dermal bones. What is the correct difference between simple compound epithelium? Simple epithelium made up of a single layer of cells, correct. Compound epithelium made up of two or more layers, correct. Lie in the body cavity is correct. Present in our skin, ducts and tubes, correct. Specialized for protection, simple epithelium. So, protection, that is the compound epithelium. Specialized for secretion, reverse. So, what is the correct difference between simple and A and B? Are the correct difference? C is wrong. C is wrong. C present in all. Reverse. So, simple epithelium specialized for secretion and absorption and compound epithelium for protection. Identify the tissue correctly matched to its place of occurrence. Squamous epithelium, wall of blood vessel, air sacs of lungs, correct. Cuboidal epithelium, ducts of glands, tubular part of epithelium, correct. Columnar epithelium, lining of stomach and intestine. So all are correct. Ciliated epithelium moves the particle mucus in specific direction, correct. Line the inner surface of hollow organ like branchial fallopian tubule, correct. Help in increase surface area, wrong. 1 and 2 correct. That's why fourth one.